If you work in sales and you've been told by your leadership or your peers that you got to be tougher, you got to have more grit, got to be resilient, and you're like, what does that mean? This is for you. My name is Justin, and I run the Beautiful Savage Sales Academy. And one of the things that we do with sales professionals is help them develop the skill of resilience. And so what I'm going to do today is break down what does it mean to be resilient, why you should care, and most importantly, what you're probably struggling with the most is how to actually do it, right? So I'm going to give you some tactical things that you can implement right now to actually build and develop resilience. So we're going to dig right in. The first thing to wrap your head around is, what does it mean to actually be resilient? Being resilient is very simple. It's when adversity comes your way, how do you respond to it? That's simple. Every single one of us is either going into a storm, we're in the middle of a storm, or we're leaving a storm. So it's not a question of whether or not we're going to face adversity and have challenges. It's how do we push through them or not, right? Because you grow through what you go through. So resilience is understanding and developing this muscle of callousing your brain, as the well-known David Goggins loved to say. And when you have a calloused brain, you can take on whatever challenges and things come at you. So why is that important? Because this thing called life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. You're going to face adversity. And if you signed up for being a sales professional, you're signing up for additional adversity and stress. Because we have to put numbers on the scoreboard, right? That's what we're paid to do. And because of that, we face additional obstacles. We face rejection. We face very difficult situations on a daily basis. So if you're not resilient, you're going to struggle. You're going to burn out, right? So this is all around how you develop this muscle of resilience so that you can take on everything that comes at your way in the sales world. But the beauty of this, or the skills I'm sharing with you, is you could take this in every aspect of your life, your personal life, your finances, your relationships, everything. So that's the what and the why. Now I'm going to give you 5 things that you could do right now that are 100% in your control that will develop this muscle for you. So number 1, and this is number 1 by a long shot, change your environment. So what do I mean by your environment? So we probably all heard the phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? And that's very true. If you hang around weak-minded people, you're gonna have a weak mindset. It's that simple. Through osmosis, it's going to rub off on you. So the easiest way to hack your way to developing your resilience is putting yourself in environments where you are forced to be resilient, being around people that already have these muscles and skills. So if you're early in your sales career, finding people that are farther along and spending time with them, that's going to help you understand what a day in the life looks like of someone that's resilient. Investing in groups. There's a lot of communities, masterminds. I run an academy where you're surrounding yourself by people that are up-leveling your environment. And that alone could have a massive impact on how quickly you're able to understand resilience in the day-to-day application and then start to embody that. So changing your environment is number 1. Number 2, and this is more on a daily basis. So it's don't dwell. It's very simple. We're all going to face objections, adversity, rejection. Things are going to happen that are outside of our control. And you can't control that, but what you can control is how you react and how you respond. So a great rule of thumb that I implemented when I was early in my sales career that helped me not dwell on the bad, not ignore it, because we can't just pretend everything's all sunshine and rainbows. We have to take it in and reflect, but not let us beat us down. Is, let's say I was cold calling and I get hung up on. I set a timer and I said, I'm not allowed to wait more than 30 seconds before I pick up the phone again, right? And by simply doing that and putting that system in place, that's going to allow myself to not dwell on bad things that happen. When I was in AE, if I got off a call that didn't go my way, right? I didn't win every deal just like everyone out there. I told myself, okay, I'm going to give myself one song to allow myself to digest it before I move on. So I would put on my headphones, put on my favorite song, and walk around the building. And by the time that song was done, I had to get back to it, right? So these are little tactical things that you can do to not dwell on it, right? And whether it's a cold call and it's 30 seconds, if it's a deal that goes sideways and it's 5-10 minutes for your favorite song or two, or if you hear really bad news in your professional, personal life, setting a timer for how long you're allowed to absorb it before you force yourself to move on. So that's number 2. Number 3, what you can do every single day to help you develop this muscle resilience is stack wins. So I love the concept of stacking wins because what a lot of people talk about is building confidence, right? And believing in yourself, which are musts if you're going to be resilient, because you have to have that self-belief. But what does that mean on a day in and day out basis? And the way I interpret this and the way I coach people is I say, find micro wins to stack them. Because when you're stacking wins, what you're doing is you're slowly building your confidence and self-belief. And when you build your self-belief, then you become more resilient to situations that you face. So setting goals that are both near-term, long-term, and establishing micro victories along the way and celebrating them and stacking them brick by brick, you're going to develop this muscle. So that's something you can implement right now to help you develop this. Number 4, practice self-care. Self-care is important because you only get one shot at this thing called life, and we all only get one body. So take care of it. Don't put garbage in your body because it's garbage in, garbage out, right? Put the right food and nutrition in your body. Take care of yourself. Exercise. Do not let this thing go to waste, because when you're practicing self-care, that's going to have a positive impact on your brain chemistry, and you'll have better energy throughout the day. And when you think about when you're facing adversity, things that require resilience, another way to think about that is it's going to require a lot of energy to break through this, because getting through difficult things are by definition difficult. And when things are more difficult, it requires more of your energy and focus. And when you're not putting the right things in your body and you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to have enough energy as needed to help you push through the adversity that you face. So practicing self-care and taking care of yourself is really important if you're going to help develop this muscle resilience. And then last but not least is finding your purpose. So when you think about finding your purpose, another way to think about finding your purpose is establishing your North Star. What have you been put on this earth to do? Because motivation only gets you so far. And a great way to think about motivation is that you're pushing against the adversity and the things that you face, right? But it's going to wear out over time, right? We've all had those instances where we listen to a call, listen to a video, motivational speaker, or some movie inspired us. So we were all fired up, ready to take on the world. But then a week later, all the motivation went away, right? So motivation only is going to get you so far. What's going to pull you through is having that North Star, that purpose of why you're here. And if you do that, that's going to help you. A great quote that I heard a long time ago was, if your why is powerful enough, the how becomes easy. So if you haven't done a purpose exercise, I encourage you to do so. I have a video in that on my channel you can check out, and where I walk you through step by step how to do that. So if you're going to be elite, if you're going to be the best, and if you want to make the most of this thing called life, leveraging the profession of sales to do it, you have to develop resilience. And you have to do it because it's going to help you push through the adversity. And the way you do that is change your environment. Don't dwell on the things that happen that are negative. Stack your wins to build your confidence. Take care of yourself and find your purpose and North Star. Hope this is helpful. My name is Justin J. Johnson. I'm the founder and creator of the Beautiful Savage Sales Academy. Love to get your feedback. If you have any questions, shoot them my way. Implement this. Go burn it down. I'll see you in the next video.